Hi, it's me, Ash, and today we're gonna create some sort of Christmas look. Probably be using the Fiery and the Earthy from Beauty Bay. Use whatever you want. It doesn't matter, in my opinion. As long as you like the palette and it's around the same color, it's gonna do what you need it to do to create a look. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. If you hear laundry, it's going. I had to wash laundry. Laundry is like, with the amount of people in my house, I'm always having to wash laundry. And it can be rather obnoxious, but you know, it's the mom life, it's the life. So I'm gonna use the Beauty Bay Earthy palette, like I said, and I think that the first shade I'm gonna go into is this Seaweed. These palettes are gonna be super obnoxious to hold up, like, and show you. Tomorrow, I'm gonna annoy you and talk about my kids. And I talked about my kid a couple days ago, though I don't know when things will be posting, you know, but tomorrow is my son's birthday. He is my middle child. My battery died again. I need to purchase new batteries, I guess. Anyways, he is my middle child and he will be turning 11. Tomorrow is Friday and it'll be December 9th. We will be celebrating on Saturday. He really wanted to go to this pizza place, and so we're gonna go. It's just gonna be a small birthday. His best friend, my mom and her, you know, kids, and his great-grandparent, his best friend. I don't know if his best friend is gonna, like, I feel like his mom typically comes and brings his sibling, which is fine. So I think that's all who's gonna be there, and that's, you know, everything that we're gonna be doing. I actually got a fish tank for his birthday. It's just a 10-gallon. I'm gonna go into Pine. So during school they had, I guess, these minnows for some sort of project. I don't know what the project was for. My son can't seem to explain it to me, but they had these minnows and he asked if he could bring one home, and so I said sure. He brought it home, so he wanted a tank for it, clearly, so we got him a tank. And he got his birthday present a little bit early. Unfortunately, the minnow did not make it, so we bought him some fish. But yeah, he's a very, very, very hard to shop for. He doesn't really play with toys. He doesn't have a whole lot of interests. He mostly plays video games, but he only plays like a couple of video games. So when he brought that home, it was like, okay, that'll be a good, you know, gift. I'm gonna go into trance that he'll be excited for, and he's been enjoying it. So yeah, not that you needed to hear that. Also on Sunday, Amy and Tilly and I will be going to a concert in Portland. So I'm just gonna go back and forth, which will be sort of a drive, but it's not like a big deal. But we're not going to be back until super late, so my two other kids will be spending the night at my mom's, and she'll be taking them to school in the morning. I don't know if Tilly's gonna end up going to school or not. She probably won't unless she really wants to go, which would be awesome actually, because we probably won't get home until like 3 in the morning, maybe. It's a long concert. It's gonna be 4 hours at least, I think, at least from what I was understanding, because it's a shared concert. Like, it's 2 bands and they're playing their own set. So yes, it's gonna be Ice Nine Kills and Motionless in White. Yeah, that'll be fun. I am a little bit nervous. I don't know. It just, for whatever reason, I'm nervous. I haven't been to a, like, I mean, we went and saw Kiss. But that was like an outdoor concert, and let's face it, like, Kiss isn't like rock, like hardcore, like metal, you know? Like, we're going to a metal concert. I don't know if they're really considered metal, but you know, they're pretty heavy. I mean, Ice Nine isn't that heavy, but it's still like the vibe is going to be different. And it'll be a little bit nerve-wracking for me, to be honest. I'm getting old, and it's gonna be so long. I'm gonna be standing for that long, and I'm gonna be tired. Yeah, and then I'm nervous about the drive home. Not that any of this matters, you guys. I don't know. Tell me what you guys want to hear me talk about, because I really don't know. I'm just trying to make conversation. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. There is no black in that palette. How can there not be a black in that massive ass palette? But there is a black in the Fiery, so I'm gonna go into the black, and it's called Raven. I'm not going to show you because it's just a black. Make Me Up Missa was like, I just wish every black in a palette was called black. I'm like, I like that. That's legit. It's just a black. I mean, not all blacks perform the same way, but you know, it's just a freaking black. So I'm gonna go back into the green. I'm not sure how I'm liking this blend, but I don't know if I should maybe, I'm gonna go back into the I'm gonna go into Shamrock instead of the Pine. Maybe Shamrock will be lighter to make more of a blend. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous to go to the concert. Plus, I'm nervous about the drive there. I hate that. But also the drive back, because we're not going to be leaving until super late. And it's like, there's been off and on reports of like ice and snow. I'm gonna go into trance. So it kind of makes me a little bit nervous. I know, I'm a big baby, but I'm excited to take my daughter to go do that. My other two are not interested, and they don't listen to that kind of music, and so they're not going. Plus, the tickets cost a lot, and I also know parking is going to cost a lot because of the theater. Is that what it would be called? The auditorium, whatever it is, the stage. The place we're going is, they like to charge a buttload for parking. So, yeah. Plus, I hate Portland. I mean, I don't hate Portland. I don't hate Portland, but I'm not like a big fan of Portland. I don't know. Anyways, it should be fun. I should be excited and happy and energetic. I'm gonna go into the Fiery palette again, and oh shit, you guys, I wanted to do the red on the outside. Anyways, I failed on that. I'm gonna go into Sour. That's what happens. Like, I sort of like, okay, I normally don't plan out my looks, but I had this idea of like this red and then the green here, and then I just started talking, and here we are. Okay, I'm gonna go into the saffron actually too. I'm gonna mix them. Not what I was envisioning, but here we are. That's what happens. So red and green are complementary, which means they are on the opposite side of each other on the color wheel. That means that they look awesome together, but they do not blend together because they are on the opposite side of the color wheel. The closer the color is on the color wheel, the better things blend. So you have to be careful blending these together. It's making me a little bit nervous. Okay, I should have gone into wine. Wine might have been dark enough. I'm gonna go into lipstick. I don't know if you saw that right here. So yeah, that's my weekend plans. It's gonna be a busy weekend. Busy. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a smaller brush and I'm gonna go into wine. But yeah, I'm rather exhausted just thinking about it. Parent teacher conference. Oh, and I can't, can I just say I cannot believe that my kid is turning 11. Like, I'm gonna go into papaya. Orange might be a weird thing to go into, but I'm hoping it kind of just blends out this edge to give me more of a gradient. But I am like feeling rather old. Soon my oldest turns 13, which is also really wild to think that I will officially have a teenager in the house. Wow, you know, it's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. See, it kind of muddied out right there where I let them touch. I should not have let them touch, but it's this struggle when using these colors together. And then of course, like, this center looks messy, but I'm hoping when I throw on some shimmers, it'll, you know, help fix it. So I'm just gonna go into seaweed. Actually, I'm gonna dust this brush off really well, and I'm just gonna go into the pine. I didn't show you, I'm sorry. Should I show you? Do you guys want me to show you more? Tell me, because I really don't know what you're here for. If you're here to listen to me talk, if you're here to listen or watch me create a look, like, what are you here for? I'm gonna go into lipstick. I don't buy a bunch of new palettes, so I know you're not here for that. That's a whole other topic on like why I think YouTube and the direction it went from when I first started watching it is not a direction I personally like. That's a whole different topic. I'm gonna go into papaya again. The blend isn't exactly what I was wanting. I'm gonna take some glitter glue. Though first I should try and pick out what shimmers I want. I feel like some of these shimmers in this, you know, palette are lackluster in both of them, but some of them are really good. It's weird to me how that works. And I really wish my camera would stop doing that sound that you hear, like, ugh. But we're makeup and chaos, and before that I was fatally flawed Ash because I'm flawed as a mofo and nothing here will ever be perfect. I'm gonna go into moss. I don't know why I held it up and showed you, but I did. I'm gonna flip over this brush and wipe it as well. I have a microfiber cloth down here, and I'm gonna go into Kisses in the Fiery palette. I probably could have used the what's it called? Wilderness palette for this look, because it has reds and greens in it. But I just used that palette not too long ago, and I wanted to try and use a different, you know, palette, because I want to make sure that I am showing all of my palettes love, not just, you know, one. Shimmers, by the way, when you're dealing with complementary colors, they do tend to mesh or blend together better, in my opinion. Easier. They're not like Top Dog, you know, go ahead and mesh them and blend them together, but I do feel like they blend a little bit better together. I think I'm gonna go into this Shadow Tiger, which is my favorite in this palette. I know it is orange, but I'm trying to lighten up this inner corner. This look is rather dark, isn't it? It's darker than I was like envisioning, but it's part of why I don't envision things. I'm gonna bring it down here, is because nothing ever turns out the way I'm envisioning, and it's very rare that I have visions of a look or whatever. So there's that too. I think this right here is bothering me. I'm gonna go into the Trance shade. Woo! For whatever reason, I just really packed that on that brush, didn't I? Why and how? That's the Trance shade. Wasn't that the shade I was using? Maybe it wasn't. I'm gonna go into the Shamrock. I think that helped a little bit, don't you? Maybe? Maybe it didn't. Maybe it looks really crazy, because I feel like it also looks really crazy. I'm gonna go into Shamrock. It's really wild, isn't it? I'm gonna go into Ray. I don't know why I'm like half showing you and half not. It's because I'm chaotic and a cluster. Fuck. I said it. I said a bad word. I'm sorry. I am putting that up on my brow bone. And maybe I'll take it and put it in the center right here. Maybe that'll bring a little light. I'm just like piling on so many colors. I don't know if this video is gonna go like live, because it's all over the place. There's that. Maybe some glitter or something. I don't know. I'm actually gonna do the other eye too, and I'm gonna do what I was thinking about doing, which is red on the outside. And then you can tell me which one you like more. Since this is a very dramatic Christmas look anyways, I might as well. It's parent-teacher conference meetings tonight at the school too. I probably would maybe should not wear this there. I don't know. It might freak a few people out, don't you think? I'm gonna go into this saffron shade. I'm using a very bad brush for this step, but it'll be okay, I think. It's not a bad brush, it's just a super dense and fat. I don't care what people think of me. Laundry, time to switch it out. But this might be a little bit much, considering it's only the 9th of December, and we also have a lot of students who don't celebrate Christmas in our school. So I don't want to, like, oops, holy moly, did you see that? I don't want to hurt anybody, because this is very clearly, in my opinion, Christmas looking. So I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm gonna go into that wine shade on the bottom row. Do you guys have these palettes? Let me know. I really do think that you could use the Wilderness palette if you have that to create this look. I believe that you could mix and match all palettes. I'm gonna go into the lipstick shade. I do not believe that you need all of the palettes or the same palette to create a similar look or the same look. And one of my flaws, I'm gonna go into the black, the Raven, is thinking that I have to use one palette to create a look, and I'm really trying to bust out of that way of thinking. Although when I'm doing content, I feel like my viewers would prefer that I'm using one palette. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go into the wine shade, if using multiple palettes is confusing or upsetting or annoying or obnoxious. I really do miss, I'm gonna go back into the lipstick. Back in the day when, I'm gonna use that papaya shade, when YouTube used to just be bad lighting. I mean, I like the better lighting now, but where they would just sit down and create a look, and it wasn't about the product. It was just creating a look for inspiration, to hang out. You know, we're so concentrated on the consumerism part now, and new, and making sure you have all of those products. Lipstick, I feel like people who aren't even YouTubers, like I'm not even a YouTuber because I'm not making money. I'm not, you know, what I'm using on my channel is not bringing me any income. So having a large collection does not benefit me. It did not bring any income in. And I'm finding even people who are not even making money or making profit or even really do makeup outside of, besides on themselves, or even people who aren't doing colorful looks ever, like a couple of times a week because of their job or any of that. I just feel like the regular, ordinary consumer and makeup person just has a massive collection of makeup and they're not using it because they can't. I'm gonna go into seaweed, and I don't like that at all. And I love buying new. There's this feeling you get, this void, this high, this, you know, that it's filling. But can we move past that? I don't know. I'm just ranting about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe you don't. I'm gonna go into Shamrock. I just don't feel like we need huge, monstrous collections. The regular consumer does not. You do not need these palettes to create this look. If you have the Blend Bunnies, if you have the Be Perfect Carnival, if you have, you know, a couple of holiday themed palettes, maybe you have the BH Cosmetic Birthstone palettes, or you have their 2 holiday releases that you could combine both of those to create a look like this. I don't know, you know, although there is that, okay, well, this has a really nice formula, whatever, but then it's like, okay, well, I have these true and tried products that I really like already, that I know are really good, so why do I need to try a new formula? Unless it's like a multi-chrome. I'm gonna go into Trace, but once you have multi-chromes in your collection, you don't need to buy similar multi-chromes. I don't have hardly any multi-chromes in my collection. That is part of my collection that is low. And I get having like a couple of foundations, like one that is, I'm gonna go into the bright red lipstick color. You know, better for summer, full coverage, a buildable, medium, or a matte and a dewy, or something like that. But you don't need to try every foundation. Like, once you find a foundation that you really love and works for you, why are we trying to find better? Like, why are we, I'm gonna go into, swapping between these is annoying. I'm gonna go into Shamrock, but why are we trying to buy and try new? Why aren't we just using the true and tried favorites? Unless it's been discontinued or your skin has changed, why do we need, like, to try something different besides curiosity? I don't know. It's just not making a lot of sense to me. And that's something that never made sense to me. I haven't ever been one to try a bunch of foundations or concealers. When I find one that works, I just kind of stick with it, because I'm gonna go into Trace, like that, you know what I mean? Like, I personally don't like that, and that's just me. Like, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not, like, whatever works for you, whatever makes you happy is what matters. But for me, that's not what is starting, you know, has ever brought me joy, like trying a bunch of different foundations. I'm gonna go into Saffron. Unless you're like trying to find a cheaper foundation or something, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. Ignore me, ignore my ramblings. If your opinions are different than mine, that is great. I am not trying to tell you how to feel at all. Okay, or how your collection should be. I'm just talking because that's why I don't talk, because I feel like my opinions are not valid or correct, or maybe are offensive. I am taking glitter glue. Oh my god. All I did was wipe that brush as much as I could. I'm gonna go into the lime shadow and place it here. The lime is so pretty, which they put in the they put that in the Wilderness palette, which I know is no longer available. And I saw somebody on Mercari selling it for a lot of money, or attempting to sell it for a lot of money. I'm gonna go into the ribbon because it's darker, but it's one of those boring shimmers in my opinion. My neighbor's dogs. So actually, I think I'm gonna put kisses on top of that too. This video is gonna be super freaking long, and I am not entertaining. I am so sorry. So when my son, I love him so much, when his fish died, which he named Gerald from this school, he's like, before we like put the new fish in it, I'm going to go into that Ray shade, which is probably my favorite in this palette. But he's like, will you move the fish tank out of my room? It reminds me of Gerald and I don't want to be reminded. He has such a sweetheart. He is special. He is special in that department. He has the sweetest, kindest, biggest heart ever. Compared to my other children, like he's so sweet, so different, and yeah, I'm biased, I know, but I'm just saying, like, his heart is much sweeter than my other kids' hearts. Like, I don't know how to, his energy, I know my other kids are good kids and sweet and loving and stuff, but my other kids are sweet, loving, and caring, but there's something about him, I'm gonna go into Tiger, that makes him special. I don't know. All my kids are special in their own way. He is special in that way. Just to preface. So I figured I should do a red highlight on this side since I did a green highlight on that side. And I'm gonna take the Tiger shade and try and put it in the center, sort of like I did with Ray on this side, which I don't think it made any difference, but that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I am sorry if this video is annoying. Alright, I am going to do my face and I'll come back and then we can talk about the look. Okay, so I threw on a graphic liner. If I would have had red, I would have done a green and a red, but I have very little graphic liner choices, so I'm doing this bright green. I was gonna pop on camera and show it to you, but this video was already super freaking long, so I just used this thin brush, and it's the Norvina Electric Lime, and they're not even. Yeah, whatever. On this waterline, I have the Mayron lip pencil. Again, I don't know if that's safe, whatever. It's in red, literally red. And then on this side, I have the Bingle Bon Kajal pencil in Tanis. It's just a green. So yeah, and then for my lips, I'm using the Lunatic Cosmetics Lab Ritual Red, which is like my favorite of all of their lippies. I have the whole set. They are kind of more of a lip gloss. They don't really dry down, but I really like them. So yeah, and then I'm wearing Shein lashes that I got a while ago. So this is it. What do you think? I know this video was very long, I'm sorry, and I'm not very good at talking or interesting, so it's a problem. But yeah, here's the green side, here is the red side, or red and green, I don't know, the different combinations. Which one do you like more? I don't know, I like them both. I can't pick, it's hard. Which one do you like more? This side or this side? I don't know. Anyways, thanks for listening to my ramblings and this video. If you made it to the end, leave a Santa Claus hat emoji or a Christmas tree emoji or something like that, and let me know which side was your favorite. I like them both for different reasons, but yeah. I'm just gonna go because this video was super long and I've already taken up like probably at least 30 to 40 minutes of your time. So sorry. Bye.